This is the K1S, the TRC K1S knife. I've had it for a couple of years now, and I just thought it might be helpful. I love this knife a whole lot, and I'm going to go over a few reasons why, in case you're considering purchasing this thing. For me, it's a almost everyday carry in the summertime, especially. It's a little bit of a smaller fixed blade, but plenty big enough to get a large hand around, and the grip's extremely comfortable. It's G10, and it comes with some neat little custom screws there to hold the handle panels on, and rounded all around. You see the tang extends out a little bit all around. They've got it nice and polished. It's the Elmax steel. I can't remember the exact lengths on this thing, but I'm sure if you're looking at buying it, you'll be checking all that stuff out yourself. The edge is really well done. I've just touched it up a little bit and kept it in good shape. I don't use this particular knife for any heavy duty whacking and batoning and stuff like that. I like the Elmax steel a lot for one of those reasons. Is it's one of the cleaner steels. I guess it's less porous to hold bacteria and things in there, and so it's easy to kind of, I guess, sterilize it if you would, but just to clean it off for cutlery purposes when you're in the woods and cutting up for dinner and food and things like that, and just keeping it ultra sharp. That's what that's what I do with this knife. So you can see on the edge, I think it's gotten plenty of use. Don't get me wrong. It's just I don't bang this knife around for any reason. I don't use it for anything other than maybe a feather stick for maybe getting a fire going or something like that. But I don't whack it and bang it. So this is what it looks like after a couple of good years of use. The jimping on it's fantastic too. This is one of the best fit and finish knives I've ever seen, I have to admit. Maybe it's just because it appeals to me. I've seen other knives that I can't find any flaws or anything in, but it's just a lot of detail in this, and all the details seem to be perfect, which I don't hold it against a custom knife maker necessarily if you're doing things and you have a teeny little blemish, or some of this grip pattern doesn't turn out right or something. I totally understand that. But this particular knife has so much individual detail and kind of personal touches to it. Look at that. It's just pretty. And I didn't clean it. I just pulled it out of my waist and put it right here on this rock, because I've been wanting to do this for a while, and knives are kind of like a primal man's best friend. It just, you know, it's just one of those things where I know a lot of guys who love them and carry them every day, some sort of knife, and this one was my first TRC knife. I think his name is Andreas Tricius or something like that. I'm sorry if I got that wrong, buddy. You really make a fantastic knife, that's for sure. It's just been a couple years since I did my own research on it, so that may not be his name. But TRC Knives, I believe he's from Lithuania, and I try to always, you know, buy USA made stuff, but when I saw this knife, and actually its big brother, the K1, which I do not have, I thought that I at some point would have to have one of them. So this one went on sale, and I grabbed it up a couple years ago, and this size for me is just about perfect for an everyday carry. It's got a good weight where it doesn't burden you, and it's capable of doing anything from defense to opening boxes to, definitely it can take some abuse, this Elmax stainless steel. For bushcrafting, it does wonderfully, except with flint, using any kind of char cloth technique, it doesn't throw a spark well, not nearly like a carbon steel would. And this quartz here, I put it here just because it's beautiful, and it kind of goes with the orange color. Go UVA there. this quartz actually on a high carbon blade. You can get a spark and get some char cloth going, but on this Elmax and other stainless steels, it's just, I haven't had any luck. I don't know if it is even possible, but I haven't had any luck with that. So that's just really the one downside, but you don't have to worry about corrosion or rust on this particular steel. The sheath's done well. I gotta say, it's a decent little Kydex sheath that comes with it, which is probably a $30 purchase or something aftermarket, so it's always nice when something comes usable. I have to agree with that. And this one I put a little Spyderco G-clip on just so I can wear it in my pants waist with or without a belt. You can always tell when someone wears a knife a lot too, because the grommets are always coated black here, and then when someone wears them, and you can tell it's a well-used knife, you wear all that black off of those those grommets really quickly, and you start getting that nice shiny, I guess it's brass, something like that on there. But the sheath does well and it fits very fine. So anyway, I'll pull out a few other knives real quick and compare to the size of this thing. But you know, for someone that has a large hand, I got plenty of room there, and it feels just wonderful. Just the grip of it, and it's flat, and when I hold it high and tight on my hip, my back hip, it doesn't dig into my body because it's so well rounded, and it's rather slender there, but just a comfortable knife to carry when you carry it up high like I do this one in particular. So I'll pull out a few other knives and just set them beside it, and I think I'll probably review those at some point as well in the future, but I'll grab a few and I'll be back momentarily. Alright, so Haven and I went and grabbed a few that were handy, that were just easily available, and just as comparison here, just so you can see, because I thought maybe you may have one of these, or I don't know, I'll probably do a little mini review on all of them, because this little lineup here have been with me for a good while, and I do love all of them in their own way. And these are this one is a Bussy Combat Axe Hammer, which is a fantastic company and a great well-made knife. And this one is also a Bussy Combat. This is the Badger Attack Ergo something. They got some funky names over there. I think it may be the Gen 2 Badger Attack Ergo. But this is the Guardian. This is a Bradford Knives Guardian 4.5. And here, of course, is the TRC. And this is just a little cricket neck knife that's a little small dude to throw in there just for a size comparison. But these two are very similar in size, but the handle is a good bit longer on that Guardian right there, and not nearly as easily carried in my opinion, but similar in blade, definitely taller blade. But anyway, just to give you a little bit of a size comparison, but I thought that all these eventually, I'm sure there's already videos of them, but just to get some extra feedback if you're looking at purchasing them, this TRC, I think, outdoes all of these kind of in classiness, and the style and just the detail is amazing. And this rounded spine is super comfortable, and it actually has a little bit of a 90-degree spine there at the end. Let's see if I can get it in there. That last inch and a half, maybe you can see that. That's a pretty good 90-degree angle, and it works decent on a ferro rod. Not as good as some, but it does throw some sparks there. So that's kind of a cool thing about this knife design. I don't know if he intended that, but the little mini sharpening choil also is preferable in my opinion. You can get up real nice and close, high and tight on this blade for control, but he did a really wonderful job on that one. And so now, let's see.
I love this other hand.
You like that? But it doesn't seem like it clips in there as well, does it? No, I agree. I agree. I prefer the Kydex, but it seems to be a well-made sheath. We'll have to do a review on this
It's
backpack
a
too,
hard
because that
leather.
thing's
It's
awesome.
not a soft
Speaking of
leather,
backpacks.
so it's firm.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. How's that sheath fit? That'll be the last little part because I didn't put it in or take it out. How's it fit? Click up. Oh,
good.
man. That is good, isn't it? It is. Gotta love that. All right. Well, hope you guys have a great day and enjoy this little cutlery video. Hopefully it can help you. TRC, well done. Well done.